Hey guys, Pretzelman945 here. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I am going to be doing another One Piece tier list idea, which was also an idea from a person I'm in a Discord server with. So shout out to them for the idea. This tier list is going to be ranking One Piece characters based on how good they would be as a fast food restaurant chef. So, for the tiers, we have Gordon Ramsay equivalent, Michelin star quality, solid by fast food standards, middling Yelp reviews, and one-star food. And I think we can pretty easily start out with Absalom in the one-star food tier because um he would just totally over he would just that is an absolute disaster in the goddamn kitchen. He wouldn't even need to do anything. He could just take one step and immediately just fuck everything up. Ugh. Okay, Ace. So Ace, I think, would probably be middling Yelp reviews, and the only reason I say that is because of his devil fruit and his personality would not equate very well to I think he would burn the food a lot because he would get a bit too eager. Um and no one likes burnt food at a fast food restaurant. So um but also we're not talking like an absolute disaster in the kitchen here. Um, Alvida. I mean, does Alvida's devil fruit affect her ability to hold things? Okay. I wondered if maybe her devil fruit maybe like caused a knife to slip out of her hand, but that doesn't look like it's the case. Um, I mean, I guess Alvida would do a fine job, but I don't think she would care very much, to be honest. Well, actually, now that I put a little bit more thought into it, if she is like for some reason the if she makes food and then finds out that someone complains about it, then um maybe the food wouldn't be bad, but I don't know. I feel like she would have not a great reputation if someone happened to not like her cooking and then something bad would happen. That doesn't seem like a next to it. I would say middling Yelp reviews. Um, no, TG would not give a single shit about cooking whatsoever. Um, I feel like Aokiji would be one-star food. Um, Richmond who? Um, I don't really think that he has like any cooking ability whatsoever. Uh, so I'm gonna say one star food. I'm gonna make a new tier for this next character. I don't know how many other characters are gonna go in it, but um, I feel like Arlong is a special tier of his own because um Arlong would not realize this, but the point of a fast food restaurant is to put it delicately, to not serve your customers as the food. So IRL kitchen nightmare for that reason alone. Um, so Bucky has his chop chop through, which, obviously it's very good for like cutting things, I would assume. But the fact that he can split all his limbs probably means that he can get a lot of stuff done. He would be very, very efficient. Um, and I don't know. I feel like Buggy could actually make good food. I'm gonna say Michelin star quality for him. Whitebeard. So I think Whitebeard would probably be solid because, like, I have to believe that, um, if anything, he was like the father figure for such a massive fleet. So I could see him maybe taking on like the kind of grill master type role and being semi decent at cooking because of that. Um, so Bartolomeo is interesting because if he were to be, um, if he were to be like as big a fan of a particular customer, like as he is of Luffy, he might be really inspired to cook up an absolutely exquisite feast. But if it's not that, then I don't really know um like I don't think that he would do that well if we're not taking that into account. So there is that to think about. But because I like Bartolomeo, I'm kind of wanting to lean toward the whole idea of um him being pretty decent. So I'm gonna say solid by fast food standards. Ben Beckman would. Well, I mean, supposedly he is like the smartest man in the East Blue or some shit. So, like, maybe he could actually have like an insane knowledge of cooking. I would say solid for that reason. Um, I kind of get Grill Master vibes from Capone Beji in the same way as Whitebeard, so I'm gonna kind of put them next to each other. Bellamy, absolutely one star food. I would not want to eat there. Um, Bellamere, I'm gonna say Michelin star quality because she knows how to do some damn good family cooking because she cooked for Nami and Nojiko. So I want to believe that she would be really damn good at cooking. Um, Beppo feels like one of those guys that would like try so hard but just not be very good at cooking, but he would really give an honest effort in. I would say middling Yelp reviews for him. Um, and probably I don't know who am I kidding. Oh, do I want to put her in Kitchen Nightmare? I don't want to flood the tier with characters, but hmm, I don't know. Hmm. I mean, I'm gonna leave her there because, like, yeah, your mom could cause a lot of chaos, but I feel like the people that I'm gonna want to put in the kitchen nightmare tier are gonna try and do something holistically much worse. Um, Bruno, I don't. Okay, well, Bruno was a bartender. That was like his cover story for CP9 and Water 7 anyway. I have no idea if any of that actually translates to proper cooking skill, but I want to say based on vibes, I think he could be pretty decent. Blackbeard, would just be an absolute disaster in the kitchen. One star food for sure. And Bonnie is only 12 years old, and even though she loves eating food, she probably does not know how to cook. I like to put Dory and Rocky together because both of them would be making one-star food. They are giant warrior pirates. There is no way in hell they would be any good at cooking. Um, Douglas Bullet is an IRL kitchen nightmare because he is going to use his devil fruit to try and make some abomination of random objects and say that it's actually food. Um, Jesus Burgess. I mean, he looks like he could do pretty damn good, like bodybuilding. So maybe that means he kind of knows how to cook like some basic meals. I'm gonna say middling Yelp reviews for him. Um, Cavendish, I actually think would be solid. Only because his obsession with beautification, I feel like that would kind of translates to an obsession with presentation, and therefore he would actually kind of obsess over the cooking process and actually be not bad at it. Um, neither of those two know how to cook. Um, uh, Don Shinjo. Ooh, do I want to put him down there? Hmm. Thing about Qingzhao is I don't think he would be any good at cooking. Um, but like if someone doesn't like his cooking, then he's gonna curse their entire bloodline. So I'm gonna say IRL Kitchen Nightmare for Chinjiao. I'm sorry, my boy Chopper, but you need to stick to medicine. Your ass cannot cook. Okay, Cracker, I actually think would be Michelin star quality because his entire devil fruit is food, and I want to believe that he's just a really good cook. Um, Crocodile would do some absolutely diabolical shit. 1 star food. Crocus, I actually want to think that he like makes his own solid home cooked meals. I want to say solid. Um, Daz Bones is very good at cutting things, and I feel like he would be like very efficient at cooking, kind of like Buggy. So I'm gonna actually say Michelin star for him. Dofi goes nowhere except IRL Kitchen Nightmare, and I do not need to offer any explanation as to why that is. Okay, Dragon. Um, I mean, Dragon wouldn't do anything, so how can you make food? Um, it's Drake. I mean, I think this is another case like Beppo where he would really try, but he just would not get anywhere. Um, and now IRL Kitchen Nightmare. I do not need to explain that one either. Foxy, there is no way Foxy can cook 1 star food. Um, Fujitora, I'm sorry, but there's no way a blind man knows how to cook. Fukuro, that's a disaster. 1 star food. Um, Garp would not really care that much. I'm gonna say 1 star food for him too. I don't know why, but I feel like Gendo probably knows how to cook. I think he would be decent by fast food standards. And honestly, same thing with Hajrudin. Um, Boa would not have anyone doing cooking for her, and I feel like if she would try to cook for Luffy, it would not be a good mix. Hawkins doesn't care. I don't know why, but I feel like Helmeppo would actually be good at cooking. Higuma, that's no. Hina, same thing. Iceberg, hell no. Uh, I think Ideo might do okay. Um, I think Inazuma and Ivankov are actually the definition of like it's not the worst food ever, but they try some questionable shit and it doesn't really get high reviews. Jabra, that's a disaster. Diamond Jozu, I don't think he'd be able to cook that great. Judge, that's a kid, that's IRL kitchen nightmare. He's gonna try to turn the whole damn kitchen into some kind of a science experiment. Kaido is easy 1 star food because he would try and put way too much freaking alcohol in it. Um, Kaku, I mean, I don't think Kaku would be that interested, but like if he was interested in cooking, I actually think he would be pretty solid. Khalifa would accidentally get some soap in the food, which is not good at all. Katakuri is really damn good when it comes to donuts. I'm actually gonna say Michelin star quality for him. Um, Filler would be a bit too whack. I'm gonna say middling Yelp reviews for him. King and Kizaru would not really care, and I feel like Koala probably makes decent food for the revolutionaries, and same thing with Koei for the Marines. and also Koza from Alabasta Revolutionaries. Don Krieg, 1 star food. Kumadori, same thing. I feel like Kuma would actually be a really damn good chef because um he cooked for Bonnie a lot, so he probably knows how to cook pretty well. Pareja would definitely try some whack shit, kind of like Ivankov. I'm gonna say middling Yelp reviews. Kuro, that's an IRL kitchen nightmare. Something is not going right in that kitchen. Um, Lafitte, I'm gonna say middling Yelp reviews just because I don't really know enough. Um, Law would be at doing some absolutely whack shit, 1 star. And Leo, I think Leo would need to learn that just because you can stitch shit together does not mean it needs to go together. Um, Rob Lucci, that's diabolical. Okay, I need to look up something. Ah, okay. Well, that is a super easy placement. I mean, I feel like there's going to be 2 characters on this list that are Michelin's, that are Gordon Ramsay equivalent. Lucky Roo is one of them because he's an actual cook. Luffy as an actual kitchen disaster, that needs no explanation. Makino, I mean, she runs a bar, and I think that she made food too, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna say Michelin star quality. I think she can actually make a pretty damn good meal. Marco, I feel like Marco would actually be a decent cook. Because I totally get like Girl Master vibes from him. Mihawk would not give a shit at all. That's 1 star food. Momonga would try his best, but he wouldn't really know what he's doing. Gecko Moria, an IRL kitchen nightmare. Um, Bon Clay, I think, would be like it seems really weird, but then you find out the food is actually really good. I'm gonna say solid by fast food standards. Um, I don't really. I feel like Nami could maybe cook something, but it's gotta be middle in Yelp reviews purely because of the fact that her fast food restaurant would charge absolutely outrageous prices. Um, Nojiko, I mean, I feel like she could probably do something. I would say decent. Okay, I was actually wrong. This is gonna be a third character. Well, a second now, but like it's a different one than the 2 I had in mind. But Hachan would be like, I mean, we see him cook. He has his own like whole ass cooking stand and everything. Gordon Ramsay equivalent easily, I think. Um, Columbus is not doing shit. Ours is an IRL kitchen nightmare that requires no explanation. Um, no, Holly would not be good at making food at all. I feel like Pell would try but not have that much success. Corona, that's a disaster. Um, Rayleigh, I mean, like, if he put some effort into it, I actually think he could be a solid cook. Reiju, I mean, none of the Vinsmokes I think would be very good at cooking. Definitely not Yuma. Sabo, I think, would actually be like the better version of it than Ace. I think he could probably use the fire fruit with more control and a more an easier personality. Akainu is the kitchen nightmare. Sanji, of course, is the other character I was thinking of as Gordon Ramsay equivalent. I'll go ahead and put him at the top. That's the easiest choice of this entire damn list. Um, Tengoku. Oh, I have no idea for Sengoku. Um, I, oh my gosh, I do not know for, I don't even, I think, hmm, I don't know. This is like, um, hmm. This is like the hardest one so far because I have no idea. I'm just gonna put him in middling Yelp reviews, but that definitely isn't based on anything. Um, Shanks. I mean, I just don't think Shanks would care that much. I would say middling Yelp reviews. Okay, Penguin and Sachi, like, if they were working together, I think they could actually do something decent. I'll say solid by fast food standards. Um, Cheerio, that's one star food. Smoothie is another one of Big Mom's kids, so I want to think that she would be somewhat decent at cooking. Spandam, one star food. Stussy would not really care that much. Um, I mean, Suru, I'm gonna say one star because especially his laundry, not cooking. A Rouge, one star food. Usopp, okay, hear me out on this. Usopp, I think would be decent because I feel like if he has the right environment and he isn't too scared of it, I actually think he would be okay. Um, Van Auger, that's one star food. Vista, I don't really have an opinion on. Okay, just because you can eat anything Wapple does not mean that you can cook anything one star. Yasop would not give a shit about anything one star. Vince Smokes are all one star food. Zeph, Gordon Ramsay equivalent, that is super easy. Um, I think all three of these characters are IRL kitchen nightmares. Zoro, because he would not be able to find anything. If he even managed to cook anything, it would be a disaster. Caesar, no explanation needed. He would do some kind of diabolical experiment. And Caribou, I think, would just be absolutely disgusting in trying to cook something. Corazon, I kind of get the vibe he might have been like the cook for the Dopey family when they were like on the run type shit. I'm gonna say solid for him. Uh, Dellinger, one star food. Same thing with Diamante. I feel like of all the fisherman cooks, Fisher Tiger could have been pretty good. I'm gonna say decent for him. Hannibal, one star food. I mean, I think if Kimon would have tried cooking, it just wouldn't go very well. I'm gonna say middling Yelp reviews. Ors Jr., I mean, he wouldn't make as much of a disaster, but that's just not a good mix, him trying to cook. Magellan, IRL Kitchen Nightmare, because he literally just spews poison everywhere. Pedro vibes, I think he would be a good cook. Um, Krebel, the Kitchen Nightmare. And then Virgo and Full Body, I think, just not good food at all, even if they really try their hardest. But yeah, that is gonna do it for this complete tier list. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, if you have any more ideas for any kind of content you want me to do, let me know in the comments. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.